Alright guys, I don't have this planned out too well, but I would like to break down what happened here. First of all, if you'd like to access my charts, the website is opticalartcrypto.com. The link will be in the description. Also, I'm on Twitter as opticalartchart. That link will be there as well. So yesterday I put up a video. I was calling for when we hit this ring to potentially get a pivot and find resistance underneath this ring here. On Twitter, I had made a post about this, and you see we hit this ring. We had a little pivot up, and then we came down and we were finding resistance under this orange ring. I was pretty confident we would stay underneath this orange ring and potentially form this falling wedge pattern. Part of the reason for that was on Coinbase. This is the Coinbase chart. You can see we're finding support on this purple ring right here, which told me that that would be our support. This ring would be our resistance. This would create a falling wedge, which is bullish. Guys, I told you that, you know, I think we're setting up for a bull trap to get people as bullish as possible before the halving. That's why I was saying that I think price will potentially go up. When I made this tweet, I went to go get coffee. When I came back, price had already pushed up above this ring. So I was saying maybe it's possible we're in a bull flag, and you know, we're starting to come back down, potentially push back up. But you can see that we had a pump, and I'd made a tweet here. I said we are under the last capitulation ring riding up and getting rejected every time we hit it. If we push above, I make it bullish. Until then, I expect us to come crashing down. And as you can see, every time we hit this yellow ring is the capitulation ring. We got rejected here, got rejected here, got rejected here, we got rejected here. I actually sold right here because I expected it to come back down, but it pushed right back up. And like I said if we push above this ring, I would get bullish that it would start going up. And that's exactly what happened. You can see here in this tweet, as soon as we pushed above, I mean, we just started shooting straight up. Luckily for me, I was on, I used Coinbase Pro to trade. So I happened to load up this chart, and you can see, and guys, so say always reference different charts. You can see when we pushed up, I have a trend line drawn where this line in this fib channel is, but you can see every time we pushed up, we got rejected at the same trend line. Rejected here, 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 and you can see when we pushed up, we topped out right at this point. So I was watching for a point to sell. Guys, you can keep riding this up, but eventually it's going to come down. So if you don't have a point to take your profit, you can lose out on the profit you could have made. So as soon as it hit this point and stopped, that's where I took my profit. Take note that that was right around 7,774-ish. I would like to point out, I put out a video. This was April 22nd, and I was saying Bitcoin halving is an epic bull trap. And that's what I was saying that, and I'll play a clip of this real quick. So this to me looks somewhat bearish. We were finding support on this ring. We broke below it. Now we're finding resistance. So this could continue to push up. If it does, guys, I think the point will get maxed out. Will potentially be around 7,777. So you can see we pushed right up to that point. Now granted, I expected us to ride up the outside of this ring and hit that point, but you know, we pushed up through the ring, which I said that, you know, if we push up through it, that would be a point I would potentially get bullish. And let's see, where's this chart? So again, that's what happened. We pushed up, we got rejected, and then we pushed up through it, and then we just shot straight up. And again, you know, I tell you guys that we tend to go from ring to ring. This ring right here, let me copy this. Get my mouse on it here. So the other thing was, you could see that we were getting resistance at this trend line. Resistance here, we went above it a bit, found resistance, broke below it, and then we pushed up. So it looks like this is our resistance, this line up here. Who knows what this actual pattern will be when it completes. But if I paste this in, you can see we're respecting this this fib circle here. We were caught in this channel, we pushed up, we were caught, you know, we were finding resistance on this trend line, and then we pushed up, and now we're finding resistance on this ring right here. You know, so hey, if we push past this, you know, we could come up here, you know, because that's what it does. It goes from ring to ring. So if we do push up and break up above this, we could potentially come up and hit this target. But what I'm pointing out is that we tend to go from ring to ring to ring. But I did want to find that point to take the most profit, and it just so happened that, like I said, this Coinbase chart showed that. Let me see here. So this is the capitulation ring. Let's copy this, paste this in here. So you can see, exactly what happened. We kept coming up, resistance, resistance, and if I go down to the 1 hour, you can see we came up as resistance one more time. Yeah, I expected it to come back down, push back up, until the point where it finally either just comes down. I didn't expect it to push through. But, that's how it played out, guys, and it just seems like that's our new pattern. It was, we took some pretty good profit, but I don't, this is a bearish pattern. If this is a pattern we're in, this is a rising wedge, so this should come crashing down. So again, I was short-term bullish writing this up, but I'm expecting this to start coming back down. We could start bouncing back up and forth in this. We could actually we could start moving down this ring, and this could be the point we break down, or it could be up here around 8,000. I told you 8,000 could be a likely target too, but keep in mind, guys, I think it's more likely they're going to push the price up. People know this halving is coming up. Everybody's going to start getting more and more bullish. They're going to sucker people in, and then it's just going to tank, come crashing down. That's pretty much it, guys. I mean, that's how it played out. This is the published version of the Bitstamp ring chart 421.20, and you can just see how that played out. We as soon as we broke above this capitulation ring, we shot straight up, and then came back down below this brown ring, which is this ring right here. So we'll have to pay attention to see what happens, but if we break above this, then yeah, I think we can shoot up pretty high. Again, this ring up here would be around, depending on where we hit it, it's at an angle, but this is a 9,000 area, and on this chart, I told you that if it gets super bullish to get people sucker people in before the halving, that is right here where this red ring is, and this is around 9,600, and there's been a lot of support and resistance for this red ring, just like this orange ring. So if we push up higher, this could be a potential target. I also have another chart which showed 8,000 as a likely target, but I think the highest point we would go before this comes crashing down is around 9,600. So pay attention to that. This could just start crashing down now, or it could start pushing up higher. But again, I'm short-term bullish, but long-term bearish. I don't expect this to continue up. I think this is just sucker people in before this comes tanking, crashing down. Guys, that's it. If you want to follow me on Twitter, the link's in the description. If you want to access my charts, the website's in the description as well. That's it, guys. Till the next video.